a game from what year did this come out? That actually come out? Um, 2011. So 2011, Duke Nukem Forever came out. I didn't think it was that long ago. Wow, that was a long ass time ago. Duke Nukem 11 came out. Duke Nukem Forever came out in 2011, and recently a build from 2001, the original version of the game, got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. I don't know if it was like an insider. I know it like people on 4chan managed to find it or something like that. So maybe there was like a 4chan guy who was working at the company, or that could have been it. I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe it's a promotional piece because they want to redo Duke Nukem Forever. I don't know. But what we do know is that the game is real and it exists. So there is this very short video here showing the game. Someone actually went and played 36 minutes of it though, so I'll show you that in just a moment. But yeah, I've never actually played I don't think I've actually played a Duke Nukem game. I've just heard a lot of great things about the series from its like early past. Obviously Duke Nukem Forever being an exception, but the early past of the game. And if this game actually came out in 2001, it would have been like artistically impressive. Obviously, it's not a completed game, so you're not going to be playing through a whole Duke Nukem game, but the game does exist now. And what that means is that modders are going to be building a game. I'll see if I can find the actual footage I mentioned before. Duke Nukem 2001. Where is this 36-minute video? I literally had it just before. Here we go. Here we go. You like shrink dudes. And then, like, this effect is actually, like, kind of impressive. Obviously, nowadays, it looks terrible, but if you put it into the context of what was available back then, like, this would be crazy. Like, this would be kind of insane. And I'm waiting to see what modders actually do with it. Because, as I said, there isn't a full game here. Like, they haven't completed the entire story, and also you can piss. They haven't completed the entire story or anything like that. It's a early build of the game from the way it was originally going to be. But this is cool, and give it a few months, we'll see some kind of crazy things. Initially, people thought this wasn't actually real because, it's a leaked game from 2001. It's not that crazy that someone could have made like a fan-made game that was, and then like trying to sell that off as being the original build. But we have this quote here from George Broussard, who was one of the people who made Duke Nukem 3D. Yes, the leak looks real. No, I'm not really interested in talking about it or retreading a painful past. You should heavily temper expectations. There is no real game to play, just a smattering of barely populated test levels. I have no knowledge of who leaked this. And that seems to be the case. Locking this up and closing comments. Block some jerks. Said all that needs to be said. Other than that, time to take control of my timeline. I guess some people were being weird about it, which doesn't surprise me. But yeah, there's definitely enough here for modders to pick the game back up and then basically finish the game that people wanted to play. Judging by the footage we see here, not that one. That's Zuckerberg. Where's the footage? Did I close it? I think I closed it. Judging by the footage that we saw, though, it looks like the gunplay is already there. It's just, the levels are very not populated. So, building a full game from that wouldn't be the most impossible thing to do. Like, it would be a a process for sure, but also you can, yeah. Is that a, oh, there's a mod menu or a command menu. That's why you could fly through the wall. I thought I think you just fly through a wall because they just hadn't put collision there. Yeah, everything about this, except for the fact there's just nothing to do in the levels, seems like there is a workable framework for a game. You know what I actually want to do? I kind of want to actually go back and play Duke Nukem Forever. I want to see what the game was actually like, because I only heard really bad things about it. Like, Duke Nukem Forever is terrible. It's the worst game ever made. But a lot of people said... Like, a lot of people have said a lot of games are really bad. And then looking back on it years later, you realize it wasn't as bad as people said. It was sort of just... People were very disappointed with what they got. And you know, at the time, they just were not happy. I kind of want to go back and do that and see if it was, you know, at all amusing. I know you can pick up shit and, like, smear it on the wall, but, like, hey, for how much is it right now? It is $25. That's too much money. I'm not going to spend $25 on it. But it does have, mostly positive recent reviews, which is kind of weird. It's kind of what, not what I would have expected. Truth be said, it's not the best FPS. There's some really frustrating parts, and even some bugs that prevent you from advancing in the game. Yeah, that's a pretty big problem. I stomped into one, and... Oh, I stomped into one? I stepped into one. And if I hadn't found a solution after Googling for a while, it is very likely that we've given up this game for a second time. Okay, so it might have been buggy as well. But I would like to go and play it at some point. I'll probably wait until, you know, it's, very cheap. It's on special and I can buy it as cheap as possible.